In the latest COVID-19 news tonight, the pandemic has impacted every industry, including teaching and childcare. KSBY's Dusty Baker spoke with childcare workers as they combat the daily struggles with COVID-19 protocols.
With the presence of COVID-19 and the pandemic in general, curveballs have certainly been thrown in the direction of daycares and preschools. That remains true for Country Cottage Preschool in San Luis Obispo, and they tell me that with the response to COVID-19, students indoors now must wear masks.
You know, there's a lot of opinions out there with parents, and I think that's been a really big thing to juggle because as we all have opinions, there are certain factors and regulations and policies we have to have in place in order to keep our doors open for the community.
Country Cottage Preschool is one of the many daycare facilities that has battled the pandemic from the start.
We dropped down to 6 kids out of 62.
As parents initially took students out in fear their children would be exposed to COVID-19.
We have decision fatigue. I feel like I could cry talking about how overwhelmed and isolated I feel right now. I don't even have time to communicate with my other parent friends about it.
Now that the vaccine is out, children have slowly but surely returned to school while masking up.
We tried to be outside as much as possible because they don't have to wear them in, outdoor air.
I'm fully putting the trust into someone else's hands because I have to go do my job every day.
But handling COVID protocol is not easy, with others in the childcare industry experiencing the struggle.
It's been the most difficult thing I have ever experienced in my career. Teachers are completely burned out. Nobody's applying for jobs. It is stressful every day. If one of my teachers gets sick, I don't have a substitute. We have very limited substitutes.
But even with COVID in the way, daycares are persisting.
There really has been that opportunity to connect with other people and say, what are you doing? How are you doing it?
And we're thankful to be open, even though there's definitely been challenges. We just try to look at the bright side of things,
while focusing on providing children with the best possible care.
It's so important to know that I'm sending my kids somewhere where they're going to be safe and cared for, and not just academically, but also emotionally.
Masking indoors will remain a protocol for the foreseeable future at Country Cottage Preschool, with the ultimate goal here being to keep the students safe so they can keep the parents safe as well. Reporting in San Luis Obispo, Dusty Baker, KSBY News.
As far as COVID-19 is concerned, kids are required to have a negative PCR COVID test in order to return back to daycare.